What's up, everybody? It's Tako here on the ATQ Tubes. National Signing Day has come and gone. In his first recruiting cycle as head coach, Mark Helfrich did a more than admirable job of maintaining that continuity, being able to convince Oregon's verbal commits that their role in the program would not change just because Chip Kelly has left, and basically convincing the nation that Oregon's football program was not all Chip Kelly, that Coach Kelly was just one piece of a very elite puzzle at this point. The only recruit to switch their commitment to another school was running back Dontre Wilson, who chose Ohio State over the Ducks, citing Chip Kelly's departure as one of the reasons for that. The irony that Wilson switches his commitment because of coaching stability to a program whose head coach is one health scare away from retirement is not something that's lost on me. But I wish Dontre Wilson the best as a Buckeye. He's an elite athlete, and he's going to do very well anywhere. And if you're choosing between Oregon and Ohio State, you're doing pretty well for yourself. So kudos to Wilson, and I hope that was the right spot for him. Other than Wilson, Helfrich was able to put together a very, very good recruiting class. He did all the damage control he needed to do and convince guys to come to Oregon and be a part of this Duck program. The jewel of the class, running back Thomas Tyner, he's an elite running back. He's a guy who has the size and the speed to step in from day one on campus and compete at a physical level with all these college guys. What he's going to have to adjust to is the increased pace of the game and being able to contend every play against all these athletes that are of his level now. But I expect Thomas Tyner to compete for the starting job in the fall, whether he's here for spring practice or not. And he will definitely see the field as a freshman. He's got the skills to do so. He continues a line of elite running backs to come to Oregon, and hopefully he'll continue their success with DeAnthony Thomas and Jonathan Stewart before him. Some other guys who were, dicey till the end, but reaffirmed their commitment to Oregon. The twins, Tyree and Tyrell Robinson, thinking about a jump to Sarkisian and the Fuskies, but they made a very good decision, in my opinion, to come to Oregon. Both elite athletes, very versatile. They can play multiple positions, and it'll be interesting to see where they end up. It could be on either side of the ball. Tyree, wide receiver, Tyrell, possibly a defense or a linebacker or a safety. So we'll see what happens. Mark Helfrich has said that they're going to get to pick their positions and go for it. So hopefully they know what's best, and I think the coaching staff is going to help them, and they have the talent to succeed anywhere. As well, wide receiver Darren Carrington was considering switching his commitment, reaffirmed to Oregon. Good football pedigree. His father, Darren Carrington, was a safety for the Chargers back in the 90s. And is another one of those guys, good hands, good speed, has a lot of blocking potential, and can really fit the mold of the modern Oregon wide receiver. A couple guys that actually flipped their commitment from other schools to Oregon. Offensive lineman Cameron Hunt, after Jeff Tedford was fired at Cal, he reopened his recruiting, and Oregon was able to get him. He's ready to play as a true freshman as well. I believe 6'5". is the measurables on Cameron Hunt. Big guy, great player. He's I think he's the most highly rated offensive lineman of this class, and that's a great get for the Ducks. Another guy, defensive end to Rodney Prevost, was a USC commit, opened up his recruiting, and he was the surprise of signing day. I think a lot of people thought he was going to sign with Texas A&M, but he came to the Ducks perhaps because of the big class that the Aggies were putting together, and which included some DNs. So I think he felt that Oregon was the best place for him, and we're happy to have him. He's seen as a bit of a project that has some growing to do, but really high upside, 6'4", seems to fit the mold of that drop-end hybrid defensive end outside linebacker that Deion Jordan and Kenny Rowe have made prominent here under Nick Aliotti. And we could see him potentially redshirt in the fall. Maybe if he progresses quickly, he could see the field as a freshman. But really, high hopes for this kid. A lot of athleticism, and he's somebody that can make some noise down the road. Some other names from this class. Kicker Matt Wogan. He's the best kicker in the class. If you watched Oregon football this year, you know that the Ducks would love to have a consistent and quality kicker, and Wogan can bring that. I think he's a guy that can step in and make some big kicks as a true freshman, and we'll have him for 4 years, which is awesome. Linebacker Danny Mattingly, very big linebacker, 6'5" out of Spokane. I think he's another guy that can fit that hybrid linebacker end role. And, you know, he's a guy, he's got the size to come in and potentially play right away and add to that linebacker depth. And also wide receiver Devin Allen, 6-foot speedster out of Arizona. He will be on the track team, I presume, along with Thomas Tyner. He's a guy very fast, and I think, you know, he's a white guy, so you're going to make the Jeff Mayle comparisons. But I'm going to compare him to, you know, more of a Josh Huff type, a smaller wide receiver. He's not a big guy like Dwayne Stanford is or Lavoisier Tuane, but he's a guy, he's a good route runner. He's very fast, and I think, you know, he will fit well into the system, potentially even in that taser role, that hybrid wide receiver running back role. For a full rundown of all of Oregon's 2013 recruiting class, you can check out addictedtoquack.com and see notes from Mark Helfrich about that at the afternoon press conference. And for all of your Duck news, stick to ATQ, because we the bomb, yo. For addictedtoquack.com, this is Takemoto. Go Ducks. We'll see you next time.